Hey guys, Mrs. Hager here. I'm just going to show you how to reinforce a brand new paperback book, but you're going to need a few tools before we get started. So look for this little bin, and you can use a couple of things. You can either use a ruler, or you can use this tool that you'll find in there, and I don't really know exactly what we call it, but it is a tool for book repair and when you're working with reinforcing. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you get the book tape out of the drawer over here labeled book tape, and you just want to make sure that you get there's different sizes here, so you can choose which one. I'm going to go ahead and use this bigger size, and then what we're asking you to do with this assignment is to repair, excuse me, not repair, but reinforce a brand new book. So we have some brand new paperback books that are really nice, and we want them to stay that way, so we're repairing them, or we're reinforcing them with book tape and then just this tool, and I'll show you because we can get the bubbles out. Let me move over here so you guys can see what we're doing. You also need a pair of scissors, so we'll grab some scissors. And so you want to get your book tape, and the first thing we're going to do is to cover the spine. So as you can see with the paperback book, as you know, it will start to peel up here on the sides. So we're going to do the spine first. And what you want to do, and try and keep your fingerprints off of it if you can, but you just want to measure the length and get it just about as exact as you can. If it's a little longer or a little shorter, it's not a real big deal. But what you're going to do is to place the tape right here on the edge, and then just make sure that you get all the bubbles out, okay? It's the biggest thing. And then you're going to take set it up this way, and then with your fingers, you're going to push this on the edge, then again get the little bubbles out. And if you do the bubbles before you put the whole thing down, then you can get those air pockets out, okay? If you have a lot of air pockets, what you can do is just to grab a little pin and poke a hole in that air pocket, and then you can get the rest of the air out. And a lot of times if you push from this middle portion, then you can work your way out this way so you don't get air pockets on there. Okay, now your spine is reinforced. Okay, now what we want you to do is to reinforce this part, because this is really where a lot of the damage occurs when they are reading a book or checking it out or whatever. So all we're asking you to do is to take another piece of tape. Make sure this time it's a lot longer because we're going to fold it over. So go ahead and cut it. And this is where you want to be careful again with the pocket. So I'm going to line it up on the edge, and sometimes you'll find that that tape will start to pull the cover up, and I'm going to line it up just visually, and then start to push it down from one side and work your way over, because again we don't want too many air pockets. And then you're just going to fold it over here, and you're going to fold it over here, and then take your little tool and get those air pockets out as best you can. And you'll find you'll get better at this when you do a few more, okay? And then let's go ahead and do this edge as well. Now with this, we'll have to be careful not to get, well, it's not a huge deal, but try and not get the tape on there. So I'm going to pull this up and get another piece of tape. I'm going to cut. And I'm only letting a little bit of this go over, but it's okay to go over a little more with most books, because then it just reinforces that it won't pull up on the other side. So I'm doing that. I'm going to tuck it kind of behind that pocket. And then here, get your air bubbles out. And you could, if you wanted to, but I'd rather not do this with everyone. You could actually do the whole thing, this portion here as well. And these, I kind of got a few air bubbles in it. But as you can see, now it's reinforced here on the edge, and then here, and so it should last a little longer even though it's a paperback book. All right. We'll look forward to seeing how you guys do 2 of these this week. Thanks.